to say?
Yamiandumo, Yahoya Paisha.
Yes, we share a chepa, share a chepa. Baby, not one mammy, na. You're 4 and 5 and Ankasa. This season, oh, okay, Majina so. Now, season we know my hair about 8 games. 8 games. Yes, she am free oak ladies. Come here, me by say me the more baby. It is a commando. I'm a deep power baby. Baby, I'm deep power. So commanding in a good ho. Commando good ho.
I want an investment.
Auntie, say a bass. You know when you have a PM premium and they are maybe a machine 50-50. Come here, she am free oak ladies.
Yes.
Say from nowhere. Omona say Ghana ha ye come here say ye bo mu drimpo e chen e male team no. E dey na ma ye ni ye anam so ma oak ladies aya akono sa.
Well Kofi me da say maminchia obi a o hwe bia na so bi o te bia. Kofi it has not been easy. Say team no tama CAF and as a GFA the conditions by say clubs must also adopt female side nesa and so for no. The bankroll of the team and as a team rap, they decided say, look, if this is part of the criteria there, we don't have to do away with it. Or pursue football proper with all the structures, everything running perfectly well. So we needed to adopt a team into Pennyford Ediscas here and a koto Nimobi. Yes, it's here you know the following season, you know, and it's a Sunday in the bar Oaks FC. Then and no about Dane House of Folk my side, no. So we played the first season, you know, your name Madame Mesitego, a boy, you know, but then we need league, you know. But we knew that there was glimpse of positive signs, good hope in the team now and him say, look, once we have a very good technical brain with excellent support from the board name management, you know, and one say we needed to continue to push very well. Because we believed in them, we had hopes there. With a few inclusions, Madam Mesitego, can say, which was done, supported by the massive infrastructural support now and making sure that everything went on well. With the extra motivation now, so this year, the aim was to make sure that say last year and the end to me unqualifier. This year we needed to do something positive. Sabi, we face a team at the air pump here. The only way you bet machine and is you have to win the trophies and then bring him smiles. Senabe and also Akuma Pane Dani, you continue to support the team in that positive light as well. Eventually, Bibia Kosuye Kakra, but football can never be smooth throughout the entire season. Form, down. How you are able to psych yourself up, how you are able to pick yourself up. And in we need the FA Cup. That's the Greater Accra FA Cup now organized here for Division 1. Then from there to top a league, you know, that is winning the Division 1 league. And no idea qualify you could be more stage a woman say you could be more senior break about the middle league in the world. We also have 4 matches. You're winning all the 4 games. Fortunately for some Samate's ladies, almost about 4 matches. They've also won all the 4 matches. We are leading with a goal difference because 2 sides lead now 12 points. 12 points. Nyami had China 3 p.m. The final game between Oaks FC and Samate's ladies, you know, will be played at the same venue. We are hoping that once Yetimia qualify. Premier. Tomorrow's game will once again tell us that look, we need to do extra when we come to the Premier because Premier business is different from Division 1 business. Yeah. Even in male football, in every competition that you find it. So we are only grateful to your supporters, the management, especially the board and the executive board chairman. Says our supporting in United do say. And Kofi, I refer back when a woman said, tell me you win the FA Cup, you win the league, you know. Board chairman, and the board, you know, and the share players, you know, organize a very colorful event, dinner at the man, and I promise that to solve the mom. You know. He gave it out to them. Served as extra motivation, as I'm more motivated. Say, look, when you go to the middle league, the promise is far bigger than what has been given to you. Omakoi qualify to the Premier. Once Ochina, we all be there to witness the game. If you hope, I'm sure tomorrow by this time we should be back to Accra. And even by about 9 p.m. now, we should be back to Accra. Then, Boshia Wohon also. Almost Abeka, because the man has never failed in his promise. And then the planning for the Premier has started. Okay. Because he didn't mean better and Kase, because we have qualified to the Premier. And then winning 2 titles. So the season will start and it might not go the way you want it. So for us, the planning for the season has started, beginning with tomorrow's game. As we prepare, coaches draw more preseason planning. The players that are full say, or the Premier bite, and the areas that we think that look, we have to strengthen here, modify here, change this, and do all of that. Everything will be put together. Okay. I will be able to have a perfect day in the Premier League. Okay,
still on Oak Ladies. We share team na. Say
yes, we need title na the call Bocheman.
We time moji FA Cup no.
FA Cup. And a league no.
Okay, and a league no. Okay, Division 1 no moji no. The bompa say china side times na mo de Premier de so kwa kwa. Yes, we share girls na. Very very young.
Yes.
And we scouting female players as compared to scouting male players no male ne de baby abefa bia wo bi. Mo ye dey na mutimi nya sa nkwada we amabo ma no mutimi achieve this feat.
Well, Kofi, just like you said, it is not easy to find female players. Until you need to make sure that who are our responsibility. No, you dash on son. Sabi, tenase me fa on son show them from say, oh tenase ma Kofi aba be catch or say, obabi waha. Now sorry, I say fan bra. You also have to move. You have to say Kofi, I make a recommendation. You also have to move. Make sure that those players as well. You understand? Who those players are. Then the next step you can take is to recommend to Mesitego as well. And on Nwangasa, Madame Mesitego, she's played the ball to the highest level before. On Nwangasa, so your coach. On Nwangasa, so your referee. So when it comes to spreading her tentacles wide, to be able to see, say, players will have. And also what that positive links, and I say rich. When she gets them, is also able to, okay, let the player come, let's observe. You understand? What the power of observing? So make Kwame and be a man who play a view say. The only thing is that, Messi, I've seen a player here. I think that you have to observe. Okay, Kwame will do it. Maybe I am trained. I'm observing a crack. And I say, okay, this one will do. It's okay. You put them together. And then the kind of training now, that has been very, 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 very helpful. About here. There are some teams, I'm not saying it to just because a team no a winning to make remember with Masarako's training 6 a.m. It is very difficult, but these ladies under strict discipline, they are able to go to training by 6 a.m. 7, 8 upon training. You understand? If there's other further training to be done, say real, say numero, they go through it successfully as well. So I think that more hard work from the discipline that technical team need mom and the extra support and motivation from the board. It is helping, and we are proud to say that we are happy for what they have achieved.
Oh, okay. You move from a women's team the senior team, which is the male team. Yeah, no one man so kakra because messages are say voice no from kakra. Yeah. 2024-2025 season no aka 2 games na season na berry who has to folk say the na mo target no mo achieve ya na mo target near day.
Well, confuse a team like Hasselfolk, the biggest brand team that you go into competition, there's nothing like Afibekwe we na Unsanka we. You understand? Even if once now say answer the target, say me achieve 1, 2, 3. The size of the team itself says the target, which who your coach are, who your supporter, that at least every year you must compete for titles. It is our core. Now say, and that is not the only thing though. Our core na some title now. Okay, you sit back. No be say what happened? Where did we go wrong? Where did we go positive? In this case, you have been free last season. who said the previous season, you know, we're struggling with relegation until said the very final day, yetimi a winnie, then we stayed in the competition. So as part of effort to ensure that, look, if you are going to compete at the top level, at the top half of the table, you must also make sure that the previous season, you know, it doesn't become part of your thinking. Which for me, if you look at players, very young players, you put it together, Mr. Ouattara put it together, where we started from and where we've been able to get to, then we say that there have been a positive rise. But where they are, when Team win a league title, people will still come at you and say that Inspectors and Kahas should be able to win. But if we're not able to win, but we're able to make positive progress, then maybe I do say, you know, final 2 matches to go, we must make sure that we end on a positive note. Senebeya, the progress now you make here, next season football should also be better than this season's football. In the previous season, you know, over to relegation, you've jumped over it. You've been able to build a solid team, or setting up the foundation. Waiting back into 1, 2, 3, 4 of the first of the table. Then it means that next year, the 1, 2, 3, 4, you should be able to do better than that in terms of consistency in result, in terms of consistency in performance, in terms of positive ending. You should be able to do more than that.
Okay, so the can say House of Folk a big club and season biano will be able to say team no as a OG title.
Yeah.
Fans na ba kon the message ama me o se me mbusa o say enti you betu aka say House of Folk this season mo failure na.
No, unless you say the person wants to say that because you don't win the league, it means you have failed.
Okay, per club no
what
standard no.
So okay, say you didn't win the league, so you have failed. Then it means that you have taken only one issue or the year or side of the argument. But what I want everybody to understand is that an idea maybe I never worked previously and it wasn't good. Because it wasn't good at because you just survived relegation. What made you relegation zone? Aslan put up a young team that has been able to play and come up to 4th and 5th. That you still have 6 points that you can pick. Assuming that you pick those 6 points, it means that you end the league competition closer to 60. Okay, this year was 52. Yeah. 6 that means that 58. You get it? So if you're able to get 58, that's when you're winning the 4 points, 3 points, 5 points, and at this thing, it means you haven't done badly. It means that there has been an improvement, which you must also work to make sure that that improvement, will become better and as a stepping stone for you to be able to stand on it so that the next coming season, you have to get there and win the title. Okay. Or win something for the team.
Yamra, you share a technical team side.
Okay.
Supporters need to be brave. Say, I say, wow, person will be hunu.
Yeah.
A lot of supporters, I say, Omani J coach Ouattara.
Okay.
And season, they say, come here, say, House of Folk be a place 4th on the league log. Ouattara target I'm setting man on also achieve one.
Well, it comes back to the same thing. Say, Ouattara and also over 2 teams, the half of the season.
That was 2 seasons
ago. Yeah. Yes, over a half season. It is a half season, and now we're able to survive relegation. So you say that or survive relegation. Now the expectation will be that once survive relegation, there you must do better. And indeed, Osha from 16th and now 15th position from the previous season, what my travelers and be do 4 far and now 5th. Then it means that you are building a team with some amount of success and a positive progress. That if this is the way the progress will continue, now say yet me very much consistent with a solid foundation there, then it means that the following season, logically, it means we have to do far better than what we have done this season.
Per one summer, okay, say next season you better Ouattara say Okuchi has.
Well, Ouattara still has a running contract with Accra House of Folk. And a House of Folk on some can say, yeah, the Ouattara party ways. And a Ouattara on some can say on the House of Folk party ways. This morning, he was in the office. We had a very positive discussion on the final 2 matches and some other things that we have to speak about. So, yes, as I speak to you now, Mr. Ouattara still remains the head coach of Accra House of Folk. What he needs is the support of everybody. In Nayanfa, support and Famano. Me sure say at the time it was getting difficult. Now you winning games. Now we were dropping some of the points. Is that same period that you're free for support and support the tarnish, That's and I mean kakra Bible do say. Also football say the panu lusua ya. When you have the language that you hear, wasumuno and you're there. But when the win comes, it will be the same people now, they criticize you for not winning. They will be the same people saying that you are the best coach. Yeah. So you need to go on. There's a balance in a manner that you can't have football results. We need 34 matches in India. You can do far better. But if you don't win all the 34 matches, I don't think it should be a yardstick to say that you didn't survive something. But for me, I think that once Mr. Ouattara is still the head coach of Accra House of Folk, he never support environment because we want him to succeed because we want the team to succeed.
Okay. Supporters and so and some be a more can say team no every season be no one say we call pam way if you walk free or contract and wu near ja back crowd points from community 22 or say titulu kra kunadu ya dom kwa mo fa so bla mo bre ansa no munya no wate se ono so ne contract aso oba be ko free and awa wadi ka se ma build young team ye ba be hu de bia ye hu na 7 players 8 players no mo ko na 8 players aba and I said this time around there mo keep players because we a young team more consistency for next season.
Well, because we mentioned Kunedu, Mami Yusu Kunedu, on say Kunedu even when the season started, Kunedu wasn't playing. It was Mofa and Kevin along the line, Ewa, Ebeshe, so they were playing until it got to a time that Kunedu, sitting on the bench, he fought for his place. And now everybody that loves football, Bekacho say Kunedu is not only one of the best players for House of Folk, but one of the best players, other defenders in the Ghana Premier League. You understand?
Yes.
If you have such a quality, be sure, say, it is the will of every team, say, you go along with quality hour. But it could do also, the management will do everything possible to ensure that the players that we believe that aim and answer ambition of achieving more successes, they will be able to help. You can do everything, put it on the table, let the players understand it, but the decision to either renew or not renew also lies with the player. Kofi say we are football, and then I'm in Stanchi say can't your friend say player be one. Let me just mention it.
Oh, okay. Abdulaziz
Aziz, yes. And I may make a change and say, do you know that Yamfan say Mugokipa how excellent he's performed for your team? Now say be at the contract be at the end of this season. I come 1 match or say 2 matches pay the movie. Now the contract to continue and him say on sign here. You can do everything possible, say, as lucrative as it is. So the way continue him. Say player and the cast on sign here. What will you do? The only thing you will do is continue to persuade, continue to influence, continue to make sure that you lobby not him alone, maybe or somebody that is influential over him or somebody that is close. Even if it gets to a point that you have to include the players,
parents,
send the wife, send in close. So if you cry on and down for bina, they think through everything what they better to make sure that it will work. But if the individual decides that Kofi, many positive to us will be sebi, then I'll be to buy. What to be for two on Gosin and Cons or not dinner or say on to us. Kofi, I have certain player negotiations that it has taken us over 1.5 years. Every weekend, the beer CEO, only player, the manager, also agency for no, or me any patre, 2 never about I got that baby. The veterans are on back. Okay, the next 2 weeks we'll meet again. Next 2 weeks, okay, Monster close when I'm far away shame, over the would be shame, or the side 1.5 years, then the player left. You understand? So in that instance, what will you do? You can only do your best, thinking that, look, your best and the platform that you've given to the player it's so excellent that the player will accept. But as a player, no, I dream for either say, that's why I believe that some agents, football agents, they are not helping football clubs at all. Or better, the candidate, the good player now assume say, oh, Utima Abono, somehow 1 CD. Enzo, me no be team be more 5 CDs. Player no social nature. Ebi a fear and say that yes,
to be here 5 CDs.
To be here 5 CDs, no. Or the people sorting a bush, or the people sorting. I fear, ebi a fear no so person settle. Or sorting the mammy necessities in Kwale school with your best sorting. A crab didn't summer, no so I bema. But agent just as can know the more we are. Esan say onka a chain no crunch wunti. O feel say Busumini say wua another 5 CDs beba. Ya jo Busumini sika near their bomb na they am on 5 CD no. Wadada, the agent is gone. To be say Oji ba ko pa the sort to fear busuafo who say oh me na gina ya fe ya hwe nanim say obeye mo no afi omo nto nkan kura bio.
Okay, yenhwe
it's a bad thing.
Abdulaziz Nuruddin so the situation to say.
Yes, Nuruddin is with the team. He's still a player of Accra House of Food. Yene Accra Lions ball and Richie. Yes, I met him at the stadium. We had discussions. He's still he's still part of the House of Food.
Problem be or only coaching in Temana?
No. There's no problem at all. Just that we a player and I say you don't get playing time. Once I any part that's in 1 year, it will affect you. And affect you say be psychologically. It will affect you psychologically because we say before surgery, Nuruddin, I was excellent. But after surgery, that I am coming back, you have to manage it and also make sure that they don't throw you into the games immediately and also create future issues in their mouth. When you be a ma, that is where, when I spoke to him, we all made sense that, look, that is why players will have to fight for their place. Say, it be say, coach him 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 50 minutes, 20 minutes. When you grab it, then it means that you gradually getting back to where you are. So he's still with the team. He has a contract with the team. Okay. And then that is it. Because he's one of the good players around. Okay. You 6 minutes now, you're Brenna soon. Mami, Nancy, NS in Iligon forecast who see your park, Mason Yeshipa. Update, oh, Pubiman, saying it here. Because Dodone pe eti, say, saying a Pubiman here, updating it to say. Yeah, Pubiman, what I can tell you is that all the 4 pitches, the Astro pitch, is they're functioning very well. As and when Coach Phil is episode training was so including Mesitego and any players, Nanaze, Arasufoni, and Kwalano, Royal Oaks. Sorry, they use it. And the other 3 pitches, Sunday Amikoi, the 2 pitches, perfect condition. The last pitch, nothing and also so to talk. Until they have to also level it as well. And also Omuchaso. So that it meets the normal standards and will be used, so they'll be able to use it. So the pitches, the environment, everything is fine. We are hoping that the facility itself now, players Marco occupy, they will all move in there together with the Royal Oaks, Auroras, and the senior team. They all move in there. Okay. Honorable. Your parent and any didn't come on say, oh, about Kumianubia will be Sanswa, na Yamfabi and come.
Oh, na media may perceive me this next season or more transfer policy on Beijuma. Are we going to see how to focus or top best players and Koye Ibia or what is a goal stars or compare right backer or compare player or no yet second choice policy ban on the back for next season transfer and Matisse Omobe call Nigeria for pre-season no cray
eco cap bi
Tebana sa Gaka top for Rombending.
Nagaka top for the Chamuti, the
say almost a few when you are
you Gaka for the you. Oh, make a who be a battle die, or serious in kind of print. Don't stand and go for Munya serious Marco Cra. Over to Monka is the president to say you will see match cap will be no one and watch Monka. Don't for to be more to me, Umunya sponsors in
The issue is that Eco Cap no kind. Yes, they have written to us to book. Also, they are bad. You brought the proposal. Yes, you should. If there are questions to ask, if there are areas that we need more explanation, we send it back to them and hoping that confirmation about, then we'll also be able to confirm that this is what we are doing and this is the date, and I say these are the dates that it will go on. And so when we're coming from Senya, we also received a message from a letter from GACA indicating that on 1st July on board President Cup. And also so the club will also look at it, and now it's looking at it, so that we'll give a response from there as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Opare and AD okay, because OC will become. Yeah, say the appointment of Mr. Akwesi Ajiman as board member, as a supervisory director.
Yes.
Najumana saying Najumanity.
Yes, Kofi, I had to say, also a board member. Okay. And then we have a sitting managing director, Dr. Delali. So what the board, and the wisdom of the board, that's a bit wide here to be able to increase our pace in terms of what we want to achieve. You know? So the board has decided that he should come to the day-to-day administrative level, and then with his supervisory role on the day-to-day administration, head by Dr. Delali. But he offers minute by minute and as a day-to-day and as administrative advice to Mr. Delali as well.
Oh, okay.
So if there's any decision that he thinks, say, oh, I did we pejade fibe nkume kotu ni fan. It is not say Oba Yaba says, hey, if you are Delali, take this from left to right. No.
Okay.
This is what I think. Look at it for the best interest of the club. So then the two of them will look at it. Okay, then this one should be implemented by a BIA, the comms team. Okay, Kwame, come with your team. This is the plan. What do you also think?
Okay.
Go out there. Let's see how we implement this. So we go, you put everything together. What they are back. Okay, this is what we want. Then we all move it forward. So
Metiasia didn't say Papa no Babe to say the enche watara be technical director. No more for coach for front.
Enche watara be
technical
director. Former goalkeeper Richard Bedu or Semen Chairman or Hill from Spain.
Yes.
Or Semen Chow.
I understand. Messi.
Otiu.
Wanye net is all ya.
Onyanchan. Henry Walcott Jr. so say Enra our Brentford Community Stadium or London.
Yes.
House of Folk Jesse Saiba Stadium Hono. A chess House of Folk supporters UK party. Munya Huajuma.
Okay. Okay. Yatia Dadasipa.
Yeah, honorable.
I mean for birthday wing called New York CCA. Yamami be a friend of mine be and they were 60 years or New York. I just say we feet Nanaho. Nana ne ono ane ba nana nya akon se o ma no happy birthday na we su fi mi ame ho me call ahonjo Atenga Junction. Yes nana akua kisiwa o ko ahonjo Atenga Junction o ginamu de ne birthday happy birthday if you kunu anketon ne nana buchi o so o mo hye ne well.
All right opare ye ko etiensem na o ka che supporters ahead of a China ye ne Samatters ladies game e be ko so osenya no.
Well Kuvi Medamasi for your huge platform. Say we are able to tell our supporters what the club is doing. Say once again, Ochina, they will be there in their numbers. The management will be there as well, and everybody will be there to ensure that they continue to support at their mom. Now say omufi honors omubi do akofi. That is where the expectations will change, because the way to qualify if you had the about Premier Dia. Then it means that the challenge of Premier no so. The challenge also soon na say bit my adwuma so there, then it means that as a support never ban also so that it will be able to work. Board be any chef management be any chef and say yen as supporters also. It's me a chef at the board team.
All right. Me da Kwame say any idea nkomo no pem. We da was so say unso unyamre na wo hwe me unyamre na utie. Me nyame admo kina ye be san aba na ye the sports salad abremo. Ye be don no abo eska me ya say uti list to mensa enka sports doctor de amano nsem by Benji the Flowman me producer Saddick Esiendi na Suba sanso na Rich Momedin Kofi Owusu Jerry. Nyame ya adoma o kina ye be san ehia biu. yɛn dada setena na ɛba wei ɛyɛ na no obi ɔno ɛne ne nkrɔfoɔ ɛna de yɛn dada setena ɛba yakra mo yɛkɔ.
This is Angel 102.9.